Welcome to the latest video on PMBOK 7. So in this video we'll be covering the chapter 2, that is a system for value delivery. So primarily here the PMBOK covers the topic like the organization, the business goals and the strategies to meet those business goals, and how a portfolio helps the organization to achieve the strategic goals, and what are all the components of the portfolio management, and then the internal environment and the external environment, and we'll be covering all these things in this video. And this covers the chapter 2 of project management body of knowledge version 7. And if you want to know more about our PMP course, you can visit the link, that is pmri.in/PMP. That will give you the complete details about our course, which leads to the 35 contact hours certificate. And almost all the participants have cleared in the first attempt itself. So let us proceed. One minute. Yeah, this is the typical environment for project management. On the one side, okay, we have the business goals to be met. The senior management is keen in achieving these business goals, otherwise the business will not move forward. And in order to achieve the business goals, we have the business strategy to achieve it, and the business strategies are supported by portfolio, and the portfolio contains programs, projects and other operations related work. And then we have the internal environment, the environment internal to the organization which executes the project, and then the external environment also to be dealt with for the successful delivery of value to the project stakeholders. We'll explain these things one by one. Now, when we talk about the internal environment, it is more like the process assets, the quality management systems, the procedures, processes, and stuff like that. Then we have data assets from the historical data, and knowledge repositories developed within the organization, security and safety related information. Then every organization has their own culture, so we need to consider the cultural aspects as well. That means if I'm doing a project in India, there are a lot of cultural aspects. Within India itself, maybe different states has different cultures. But if I'm doing a project in Middle East, it has its own specialities. And the same thing if it is getting executed in the United States of America, then we need to take care of a lot of additional things with respect to the organizational culture. Then organizational structures, we have different types of organization structures. So while planning for a project, we need to consider the organization structures as well. Then another key aspect is the geographical distribution of facilities and resources. This also plays a major role. For example, if most of the resources are a kind of floating population, now let's say I'm executing a project in the Middle East, maybe the workforce will come from different countries and their families may not be accompanying them. Then we need to think through the dormitories for them to stay, the food arrangements, the local conveyance. All those things need to be anticipated and looked into Otherwise, the project will not deliver the intended value. Then the infrastructure availability, like the the buildings, uh, the quarters, and all those things. Then the information technology support available for successful project execution. So these days we talk about BIMs, building information modelings, and integrated project management supported by technology. So those things also become part of the internal environment. If there are good IT support, then your monitoring and control can become much easier. Then resource availability and employee capability, etc. These all forms part of the internal environment of the project. Then the external environment, like the marketplace conditions, the social and cultural issues and influences, regulatory environments, commercial databases, academic research, industry standards, financial considerations, the physical environment itself. We need to take care of the climatic conditions. So all these things matters when it comes to planning and executing projects successfully. Then portfolio. Typically, a portfolio is a collection of programs, projects, and other work which are in true alignment to the organization's strategy for growth. So as discussed, organizations have business goals to accomplish, and they are supported by strategies. And this collection of programs and projects and other work which forms part of the portfolio, that should be supporting this business strategy. So it's a collection of programs, projects, and other work which are in true alignment to the organization's strategy for growth. And the portfolio, when it is successfully executed, it delivers value to the organization. And typically, portfolios are managed by portfolio managers. Then a program is a collection of interrelated projects which, when done together, adds more value than doing them one after the other. The classical example for this was maybe 15 years back. Dubai had this wonderful plan to become one of the best tourist destination of the world, and for that they were executing multiple projects like the new airport, the MRTs, and the tallest towers, and the Emirates Airlines. So all those things, they managed it together to deliver the required value. So that is a classical example of program management. It's a collection of interrelated projects which, when done together, adds more value than doing them one after the other. And programs comprise of projects, and programs are managed by program managers, and the program managers report into the portfolio manager. Then comes projects. Projects are temporary in nature. Projects deliver unique products or services, and they are constrained by the limited resources of time, cost, and scope. That means we say that a project is successful if it is completed within the time and within the cost and met the scope, and also accomplished the business objectives for which it was undertaken in the first place. Projects can be part of a program, or they can be a standalone projects. So here the key thing is all projects need not be part of a program. There can be standalone projects also within a portfolio. So at the topmost is the portfolio, below that programs, and then below that the projects which are part of the portfolio, and sometimes we get standalone projects, and other operations related work also as part of the portfolio. Operations are ongoing in nature. They deliver standard output managed by functional / operations managers. For example, maybe designing a new car is a project, whereas manufacturing a model of the car shift after shift, that is a classical example of operations. But when we execute projects in a manufacturing environment, we may have to deal with the operations guys as well. So with this, we covered the value delivery part of the chapter 2 of PMBOK 7. We discussed about the organizational goals and the organization strategies. And the strategies are supported by portfolios, and portfolios contain programs, projects, and other work, and portfolios are managed by portfolio managers, and the program managers of those programs which are part of the portfolio report into the program managers, and all programs consists of projects. So the project managers of those projects which are part of the program, they report into the program managers. At the same time, there can be projects which are not part of programs within a portfolio. So in those exceptional cases, the project managers may report to the portfolio managers directly. And portfolio management is not a one-time activity. It is about picking up the right projects which are in true alignment to the organization strategy for growth. And and we have to consider the internal environment and the external environment. And very often the external environment can be very dynamic. For example, a pandemic breakout which was not anticipated, then it's immediately the internal strategies or the business strategies will change, which will have an impact on the portfolio and the programs and the projects. So this is a dynamic environment. And portfolio managers' job is about this continuous alignment of the programs and projects within the portfolio to the business goals of the organization. And as discussed before, this is part of our PMP program lessons. So if you're interested to know more about our PMP programs, follow this link, that is pmri.in/PMP. So complete details about our PMP program is given there. The same link I provided at the description of this video. So if you just scroll down and click on the link, that will take you to the PMP training details. I hope you got some value from this video. Whatever questions you have with respect to the contents of this video, maybe you can post as a comment to this video and I'll reply to that. And the reference material for this video would be, so after watching this video, if you read the chapter 2 of Project Management Body of Knowledge version 7, it will be very, very easy for you. Thank you.